according to St. Matthew, the 5th chapter. You have heard that it was said to the people long ago, "You shall not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment." But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, "Raka," is answerable to the court. And anyone who says, "You fool," will be in danger of the fire of hell. Therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled to them. Then come and offer your gift. You have heard that it was said, "You shall not commit adultery." But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye causes you to stumble, gouge it out. Throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. It has been said, anyone who divorces his wife must give her a certificate of divorce. But I tell you that anyone who divorces his wife, except for sexual immorality, makes her the victim of adultery, and anyone who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. Again, you have heard that it was said to the people long ago, "Do not break your oath, but fulfill to the Lord the vows you have made." But I tell you, do not swear an oath at all, either by heaven, for it is God's throne, or by the earth, for it is his footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. And do not swear by your head, for you cannot make even one hair white or black. All you need to say is simply yes or no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one. Here ends the gospel.
Page 191 in our hymnal, page 191, we speak our faith in the God who has loved us so. Page 191, the Nicene Creed.
I believe in one God, the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, and of all things visible and invisible, and in one Lord Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of God, begotten of his Father before all worlds, God of God, light of light, very God of very God, begotten, not made, being of one substance with the Father, by whom all things were made, who for us men and for our salvation came down from heaven and was incarnate by the Holy Spirit of the Virgin Mary, and was made man, and was crucified also for us under Pontius Pilate. He suffered and was buried, and the third day he rose again according to the Scriptures, and ascended into heaven, and sits at the right hand of the Father. And he will come again with glory to judge both the living and the dead, whose kingdom will have no end. And I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Lord and giver of life, who proceeds from the Father and the Son, who with the Father and the Son together is worshipped and glorified, who spoke by the prophets. And I believe in one holy Christian and apostolic church. I acknowledge one baptism for the remission of sins, and I look for the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come. Amen.
Stand for our hymn, 96.
privilege of today bringing a message from God's Word, the good news of our Epiphany Star Jesus. Friday was Valentine's Day. Guys, I hope you remembered. Did you ask someone to be your Valentine? I read about a high school boy named Mike who asked a classmate to be his Valentine. The girl answered, "I can't be your Valentine, Mike, because of medical reasons." Well, Mike reflects and said, "What medical reason can possibly prevent you from being my Valentine?" The girl said, "Because you make me sick."
That's a good reason.
You know, some people do more than just give a card on Valentine's Day. Some people feel compelled to publicly proclaim their love by taking out an ad in the local newspaper. You've probably read some. We'll listen to a sample of these ads from across our nation. From the Battle Creek, Michigan Inquirer, to my wise shopper. I was lonely and placed an ad which some felt was unwise, but our wedding made it clear it pays to advertise. Love, Karen. Not my Karen. From the Monroe, Louisiana Star, Alan. Roses are red, carnations are pink. I love you because your feet don't stink. Love, Terry. And finally, from the Nashville, Tennessean, to Jim, Aaron, Garrett, and Elise. Roses are red, violets are blue. If you all don't shape up, I'm gonna get rid of you. Love, Mom. This picture is not just of any children. These are my twin grandchildren. Harper is on the left. Hayden is on the right. It was taken when they were only 1 year old. Now they're 7 years old. Time flies too quickly, right? But they remain two of my most precious Valentines. Yes, Valentine's Day is a day for expressing our love to the people we love. Love. That's Jesus' focus in the gospel lesson today from Matthew chapter 5. We continue in his Sermon on the Mount. I want to zero in on verses 23 and 24. They're up on the screen there for you. Would you join with me in reading Jesus' words? We read.
Therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled to your brother.
This is the word of the Lord. And so today, let's examine Jesus' words under the title, Love Beyond Valentine. And to guide you, I put a brief outline again in your worship folder. You find it on page 2. You want to take it out and use it and follow along. But the first thing I want us to capture is this from Jesus. We hurt people we love. We hurt people we love. Yes, Valentine's Day is a day to express our love to the people we love, right? But none of us are perfect people, are we? We all have our faults and failings. And so the unfortunate truth is, sometimes we hurt those people we love, and sometimes the people who love us hurt us. Now, sometimes those hurts are accidental. We forget someone we love on Valentine's Day, or we break a promise we made. Sometimes those hurts are on purpose. We speak an angry word, or we act selfish. sometimes we hurt those people we love. And sometimes the people who love us hurt us as well. So what do we do, friends? Well, we could do what the Mertens of Mount Clemens, Michigan did. Their story in Reader's Digest caught my attention because my wife Carol is from Mount Clemens, Michigan. Bill Merton wrote a story about an argument he had with his wife. The argument started one evening at a party they attended. Once they were in the privacy of their car, the words really started flying. After some more angry words from Bill, his wife had enough. "Stop the car and let me out," he demanded. Bill pulled the car to the curb, she unlocked the door and stepped out of the car. But just as she was about to slam the door shut, she looked around and realized where they were. They were in a blighted neighborhood of Detroit with dark streets and abandoned houses. Feeling a little foolish, she got back in the car and told her husband, "Take me to a better neighborhood." You know, when we hurt each other, we often follow the example of Mrs. Merton. She hopped out of the car. We often hop out of relationships, frankly. We cut ourselves off from our friends. We disown our child. We divorce our spouse. We think that breaking that relationship will solve our relationship problem. But frankly, it doesn't solve anything. Those broken relationships remain. And we hurt. Everyone hurts. With a hurt that does not go away. But friends, that's not all. There is more. For God sees. And God cares about the relationships He gives us. And God holds us accountable for those relationships. Listen again to Jesus' warning in this gospel lesson from Matthew 5, beginning at verse 21. Jesus said, "Under the law of Moses, the rule was, if you kill, you must die. But I have added to that rule, and tell you that if you are only angry, even in your own home, you are in danger of judgment. If you call your friend an idiot, you are in danger of being brought before the court. And if you curse him, you are in danger of the fires of hell." Yes, we hurt people we love. Here's the second thing we need to get on your outline. Relationships are most important. Relationships are most important. Yes, unfortunately, we hurt the people we love, and they hurt us. And when we hurt, that hurt is deep, isn't it? The more we love a person, the deeper the hurt. The hurt cuts deep. It cuts all the way to the heart. We feel wrong. We feel the person who wronged us ought to come to us and apologize. We're right. He's wrong. Why should I go to him? We say to ourselves. You probably said that. Well, friends, do you know that we can be right, but still wrong? We can be right in our hurt, but still destroy our friendship. We can be right in our hurt, but still destroy our family. Jesus today wants us to see that there is something more important than being right. More important is the relationship God gave us. The relationship God gave us with our spouse, or our child, or our parent, or our family member, or our friend, or our brother and sister in Christ. Yes, friends, relationships are most important. And because they are, this is what Jesus says to us today, again, verse 23. Therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother has something against you, first leave your gift there in front of the altar and go. Yes, relationships are most important, Jesus says. Far more than being right. And so when there's a hurt in the relationship, regardless of who caused the hurt or the guilty party, Jesus says, go. Go speak to that person about the hurt between you. Go. Why go? Well, the obvious answer is because that is what God is. We probably don't think about it this way, but we hurt God who loves us. Each day, in some way, we rebel against His divine authority. Each day, in some way, we disobey His laws, His commands, His word. We wrong God. God could say, they're wrong, I'm right. Let them come to me. Let them find their way back to me. Let them find their own way out of slavery to sin and death. But God didn't. Thankfully He didn't, because there is no way we can find our own way back to God. There is no way we can free ourselves from slavery to sin and death. Thankfully, God said, go. Listen to the Apostle John in his letter, chapter 4. He says, this is how God showed His love among us. He sent His one and only Son into the world that we might live through Him. Yes, because relationships are most important, God said to His one and only Son, go. Son, go to earth and be born in human flesh. Son, go and keep all my commands which my people break. Son, go and proclaim my love to them through your teachings and will. Son, go and take upon yourself all of their wrongs, all the ways they rebel against me and hurt one another and suffer the punishment they deserve, even to death on a cross. Friends, the good news is that God's Son, Jesus, went. He came. The Bible says He was obedient to death, even death on a cross. Jesus died, earned the medicine of forgiveness. The medicine of forgiveness that heals our hurting hearts and our broken relationships. Jesus died to reconcile us only to God, as children to our Heavenly Father. Jesus died to reconcile us to one another as brothers and sisters in Christ. Jesus died, the Apostle Paul says, while we were still sinners, because relationships are most important. Here's the last thing I want us to see, number 3 on your outline. Be reconciled by Christ's forgiveness. Be reconciled by Christ's forgiveness. And so when we hurt a person we love, Or when a person we love hurts us, what do? Do we hop out of the relationship like Mrs. Merton hopped out of the car? Jesus says, no way. Brother, go. So speak to that person about the hurt between you. First, go and be reconciled to your brother or sister. Have you ever read the handicap comic strip in the paper? Andy is a husband who drives his wife Flo crazy. By playing soccer all day and hanging out at Corner Club all evening, in one strip, Andy is shown pacing the floor as his wife Flo stands there with folded arms. Finally, Flo breaks the silence. 3 whole days without speaking. This is ridiculous. In the next frame, she says to Andy, I'm sorry I acted the way I did. Can we be friends again? Well, Andy looks a bit perplexed. But finally he says, okay, friends. Flo hugs her husband and gives him a kiss. As Andy leaves the house, he meets one of his buddies who says, I heard that, Andy. It takes a good woman to apologize when she is in the wrong. Andy reflects a moment on what his friend said. And then he replies this way, yes, and it takes a better woman to apologize when she is not. Yes, when we hurt people we love or when they hurt us, Jesus says, go. Go speak with that person. Go talk about the hurt. Go share forgiveness. Go ask for forgiveness. Go be reconciled in your relationship. Be reconciled through the forgiveness of God for both of you. That's what John wrote again in his first letter, chapter 4. He said, this is love, not that we love God, but that he loved us and sent his Son as an atoning sacrifice, that is a sacrifice that makes up for our sin. Dear friends, since God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. Have you ever read one of the books in the Chicken Soup for the Soul series? Well, there's a book called Condensed Chicken Soup for the Soul. In it, a teacher by the name of Dennis Mannering writes about an assignment he one time gave the students in his college classroom. The assignment was this, very simple. Go to someone you love and tell them you love them. Listen to what one student reported the next week. I was angry with you last week when you gave us this assignment. I didn't feel I had anyone to say those words to. But as I was driving home, my conscience started talking that I knew exactly who I needed to say, I love you too. 5 years ago, my father and I had a vicious argument and have never really resolved it. We avoid seeing each other unless we absolutely have to at family gatherings. We hardly speak. So I knew I had to tell my father I loved him. At 5:30, I was at my parents' house, ringing the doorbell, praying that Dad would answer the door. I was afraid if Mom answered, I would chicken out. But as luck would have it, Dad did answer the door. I didn't waste any time. I took one step into the house and said, Dad, I just came over to tell you I love you. It was as if a transformation came over my dad. Before my eyes, his face softened and tears came to his eyes. He reached out and hugged me and said, I love you too, son, but I've never been able to say it. But that's not even my point. 2 days after my visit, my dad had a heart attack and is in the hospital. I don't even know if he'll make it. So my message to all of you is this: don't wait to do the things you know need to be done. What if I had waited to tell my dad? Take time to do what you need to do and do it. It's Valentine's Day. It was a day to express our love to the people we love. But what about all those other days during the year, those 364 days more? And what about the days we hurt people we love, or they hurt us? Well, friends, let Jesus pour his love and forgiveness into your hearts each day by hearing his word regularly and sharing his holy supper often. Then, friends, you can love and even forgive the people you love each and every day. That is love beyond Valentine's. We pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for the people we love and who love us. Forgive us for the times we hurt one another. Fill our hearts with your love through your word and sacraments so that you might heal our hurting hearts in our strained relationships with your love and forgiveness. In your name we pray. Amen. Now may the peace of our God guard and keep our hearts through Christ.